This week on Gadget Gurus, we're going to break down all that happened at WWDC. We're going to talk about the new implementations of iOS 5. We're going to talk about what that means for Apple users as well as Android users, and what that also means for syncing your things to the cloud. And we're also going to talk about being able to sync wirelessly to iTunes and your other iOS devices as well. We're going to break down what I would call premature news that we've had from E3 after day one. Xbox had their conference, Microsoft, and we're going to talk conference, whatever. They had their keynote, and we're going to talk about that and so much more all this week.
pbcasttv.
Gadget Gurus.
Gadget Gurus, episode 54. It's Monday, June 6th.
See, Jeb, this is why I love the live chat room. Exactly what I was thinking. Smoothie.
That was like so stinking.
Jacob's got like information overload here. Because we have like this new, if you go on Jacob's Twitter, twitter.com/freakinghuge, you can check out, if in a timely fashion, you can check out our new setup. If you go in a matter of time, Jacob posted a picture here. But anyhow.
Which I think that was before, was that before or after I redid my password? Delete the post, delete it!
Just kidding, there's no longer a picture of what Jacob, no. Jeb is glad to, I'm glad.
You can't read it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Let me finish saying what I was saying. Smoothie said this is going to be a loaded episode, and we don't have too much time to chat because I have a feeling.
Go, 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 go!
We've got a lot of.
We can't even talk about it. Let's just go.
Anyway, Jeb, I'm really glad to be back. I feel kind of rusty. I was gone all last week. For you guys that were wondering,
don't be clicking stuff. I haven't changed yet.
Where I was. I was in Mexico for 2 days and on a cruise for 5 days going to and from Mexico. Yeah. That was fun, I guess. I've been to Cozumel 3 times now, and did you go on Cozumel?
I went to Cozumel once.
It's essentially a tourist trap. I mean, it's
oh yeah, else. They will rape you silly.
Yeah. You've got the cool, like...
I mean, your pocketbook, sorry.
They've got the T-shirt, the $3 T-shirts that have like extremely profane things on them, which is really cool. And
there's no sense in actually looking around because everything's exactly the same. And the closer you get to the boat, like the more expensive it is.
Oh yeah.
They're like, oh, we got these fake glasses for $25, and you're like, what? I was just like in the back over there, and the guy had them for $6, and he's like, "No, these are better. These are real fake glasses." And then like you walk even farther to the boat, and they're like, "Oh, we got the super duper fake glasses for $50. Oh, yeah. Very good deal, sir. $50." And you're like, "No." And he's like, $20. I'm like, "You just were selling them for $50.
Yeah,
how are you gonna cut your price by like 30% or whatever?"
Yeah. 60%? Two of the really great things of going to Cozumel. One is you don't have U.S. taxes, and that's why a lot of people go there to buy liquor and tobacco and stuff. Is because like in the U.S., the government, they want to make every buck they can on alcohol and other things. So what they'll do is that's why alcohol
what you need to do.
Oh my gosh. Alcohol and tobacco is so expensive is because, it's taxed so heavily. But that's one of the reasons. And the second reason is you can barter with people. I mean, this is welcome, I mean, in the U.S., it's not a thing you do very much. Barter with people and try to make them lower the price and stuff.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
What's happening?
Hold on a second.
Hold on.
It's Monday, Nicholas. You know what that means.
Oh wait. Oh gosh. I like how this worked out. I really do.
You like that? Because I did that.
Look
for
at that
you.
underglow too. Yes, it is Math Monday. For those who don't watch, that is a tradition we have here on pbcasttv. Now, Jet, we have a lot of news, and this is something that we usually wouldn't cover somewhat on Gadget Gurus, but we usually have Carlo on Saturdays whenever he's available. And I wanted to, since there's going to be other tech news during the week as well that we'll have to hit on, I wanted to have this segment of Tech Weekly as more of an opinion segment. So we're just going to do news stuff right now. We're just going to say, hey, Apple released this, and this.
How's it going?
And we try
to
keep
Tech Weekly?
Yeah. I mean...
Oh, you mean this Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
See, we're going to still talk about this a little bit, but we're just going to get opinions, not news. We're not going to be like, hey, well, anyway. And I want to start out with WWDC, and one of our viewers in the chat room, Jody Max, they were actually featured on All Things D for their coverage of WWDC, which is pretty awesome. WWDC, of course, is Apple's worldwide developer conference, and we see a lot of different things come out of it. We've seen iPhones come out before, but this time we saw a lot of updates to iOS and their cloud infrastructure. And, with most Apple keynotes a day or two before, we see a lot of leaks and things that have to do with it. But let's go ahead and get to our first story. We're just going to run through these and
run through them sideways.
I think I've fallen victim to having way too many tabs open.
I think he's fallen victim to why is everything running so slow?
I know, everything just...
It's like everything's like...
Yeah. So these aren't in like any order.
These aren't your grandfather puns. These are turbo puns.
Most of these come from Gadget just because they're really good about pulling this information. Apple announced iTunes in the cloud, very much the Google Music competitor. We talked about Google Music for just a couple of days ago that Google had launched it, and now iTunes is in the cloud.
In the cloud.
I hope that doesn't make the cloud run as slow as my Windows machine that runs.
You know
iTunes.
what? You know what? I'm just saying.
I'm sorry to
Congratulations, you can buy a song, but you actually cannot download it anymore. You can only stream it directly off the internet.
I have to say that one thing is, if you follow me on Twitter, I have been hacking Apple a little bit, but I think you guys know where I stand on Apple. I mean, I have an iPad. It's not all bad. I do think Apple does produce some good, but I'm sorry. I have to hound you every now and then because your Windows software sucks. Which, I know if I wanted a pure Mac experience, or if I wanted a pure Apple experience, I should buy a Mac. But there's some cases I want to run iTunes, and I just don't. I mean, I don't even think I'm on the latest iOS for my iPad right now because I don't want to go through iTunes on Windows. So, anyhow, I mean, I think this is something that we've speculated for so long that we finally got it, and then it's like, okay. I mean, we wanted this, but Google Music is already out. This just almost, I mean, we've seen rumors about this for
technically, Google Music isn't really out of beta yet,
but
and you can't really publicly use it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still functional. They haven't. There's not a beta or anything yet.
Yeah.
And the key thing is, most of the what Apple announced today is either free or OS X Lion or OS X Lion is $30 for an upgrade. I think, Carlo, correct me if I'm wrong. The last version, Snow Leopard, was about 20. I think it was 24 or 30 or something. Anyhow.
Oh gosh.
Lol. Anyway, I think that's pretty cool. iTunes in the cloud is pretty awesome. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna use it that much, but pretty cool. I did send out one tweet that said, and this was something that I believe is an interesting topic because we talked about data caps before. I have a 2 gig data cap. Jacob has truly unlimited, which Sprint likes to
Dude, they
call.
called me on my stinking cell phone today. And
Sprint
they were like,
did?
"We got a deal for you." And I'm like, "I don't want it." But no, you don't understand. I'm like, "No, you don't understand. I do not want your deal." But sir, we can charge you the same price that you're paying now, and we can add a service to your line. I'm like, and he's like, "It's actually $4 more, but it's practically the same price." I'm like, "No, that's $4 more."
Yeah, Lance, cool.
I'm
I
like,
think it's $29 for all your Macs. But yeah, but iTunes and Google Music doesn't really work for me because I've worked it out. 60, 70 megabytes, that's all I can use for per day to essentially not go over my data cap. And AT&T's pretty lenient. It's $10 for another gig. Or another 2 gigs, sorry.
Dude.
What?
I didn't show you this.
What did you not
And
show
I
me?
wasn't, I was going to get one, but I was like, I'm kind of tight on money, so I'm not going to.
What is it?
I mean, I know this is kind of off subject from Apple, but I thought it was cool and worth a mention because it is a gadget.
Yes.
Google's coming out with their Chromebook.
Oh, I've seen them, yeah.
And I got a invite to buy one.
Oh.
On Guilt.
Oh, Guild? Yeah.
And, but I didn't buy one.
No.
Sorry.
They're pretty cool. I don't think there. If I wish Google would do something like, hey, we're gonna eat up most of the hardware costs because we're Google. You know?
Yeah, it's still $500, and I was like, yeah.
But the only thing I like about it is, I mean, essentially you're buying a laptop, and they said you can run Linux on it. You can sideload Windows if you wanted to, whatever. But
yeah, I was like, as soon as I got the email, I opened it up and I was like, I might get this, and then I was like, nope, nope, because I looked at it and it was like, it comes with like Verizon Wireless, like 2-year plan that's like 100 megs a month.
Well, yeah, that's free.
I'm like,
that's free.
I know, but still, I'm like,
yeah,
I can't get. I mean, I understand it's all in the cloud, and you're really and truly not like putting too much on the computer, but still, you're putting stuff on the computer.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think so. Because then they were like, $9.99 for a whole day's unlimited use. I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
The second big story, or, like I said, no order whatsoever, is Apple introduced iCloud, essentially sort of a replacement for MobileMe. No more MobileMe. MobileMe is now free. iCloud is kind of the new version of MobileMe. Interesting thing about iCloud, at first I thought it was going to be a little bit like Google Docs. They said, hey, you can sync your documents up to the cloud. It's a different backend.
It's basically like just cloud storage. You're not actually cloud editing.
Well, yeah, but it's not even it's like cloud storage with an emphasis on distribution. So like I can have all my files in the cloud, but
it's basically like a file sharing kind of.
Yeah, but only through your iOS device, like, and your Mac. But it's got like they didn't show any like back-end pictures or anything, but I have a feeling it's going to be like a seamless integration, which kind of makes me worried.
It's like a network drive almost.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Oh no, I don't have internet. I can't access any of my files.
This is kind of interesting, but they introduced something. It reminded me so much of Picasa Web on Android. Hey, Linux Cool Dude, what's up? Is they have this thing called PhotoStream, and you can bring it in. It syncs all your. I think it syncs your last 1,000 photos in your camera roll, and they have a Mac application, and actually it's built into iPhoto, and it allows you to look at that stream. But doesn't that kind of remind you of Google's great integration with Picasa Web?
Yeah,
that's what I like about it, is because Picasa Web is like I'd rather use Flickr, but since it's owned by Google, like I can just sync my photos up to that whenever I want, and it just does it, Yeah. So, iCloud is pretty cool. I'm probably going to test it out. I like the fact that Apple was saying, hey, most of this stuff is going to be free. I like that. But, and all of this we're going to have to wait till iOS 5 for most of these features. So, that's going to come in the fall. This is pretty cool, and this has one of my biggest gripes of iOS.
Wireless charging. Oh wait, never mind.
That would be awesome. Now,
the first time somebody saw that, they're like, "No, awesome wireless charging." No,
like,
just wireless syncing. Sorry,
wireless syncing.
Just gonna drain your battery profusely.
Yeah. Wireless syncing is awesome because that means I have to connect less and less to my Windows computer that runs iTunes, which is awesome for me. Now, I'm talking iPad specific, really, and I know this is probably worse for an iPhone because essentially, I've never even synced my Android phone to my computer except to get music, and I don't even listen to music that much.
Well, I don't sync. I mean, it's all done via the internet, anyways.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
all
what
on
I like
Google
about
and everything.
Android.
So,
like,
Google. Oh yeah, and the other thing was like the Zune when the Zune when it came out, you could do this on the firmware upgrade. The wireless sync or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
and that was kind of cool because
Wi-Fi. Oh
you're on Wi-Fi, but I mean it's basically the same thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, who wants to sync their files over like a 3G connection or something? But because that's kind of like very slow and cumbersome. Yeah. Hey, here's this 1,500 megabyte podcast you got. Congratulations, it's sunk. It's synced.
Yeah. Also, over-the-air updates, something that Android has had. I think we're going to get too much of the tune, especially between Jacob and I, is, wow, Android already had that. And
you know what I just thought about?
What did you
They're going to be able to push updates to your iPad that you might not want.
Yeah, and I mean...
They're going to be like, hey, guess what? You get an update. No, I don't want that yet. No.
Oh, yeah.
No more rooted operating system.
Yeah, I don't
because
think,
now they have full control over sync. Oh wait, I saw this thing. Sorry, I'm like
that's fine.
scatterbrained like
this is
crazy.
A great episode already.
Like crazy. Apple has a patent on its IR sensor or something, or that basically it's patent pending, but I saw the little patent thing for it, and
draw the mock-up or whatever.
Yeah, what they're basically doing is when you take a picture, they're going to have certain things that are emitting an IR signal, like say like a cop wears a badge that emits an IR signal.
Yeah.
So when you go to take a picture, it says, "Sorry, you can't take a picture of that." They're going to actually implement that. Is that not ridiculous?
That makes me really
like. Basically, they'd be like, "Oh,
you can't take a picture of this because
opera something," or like say Blue Man Group. You know, you're not allowed to take pictures of the Blue Man Group. They're going to like make like infrared like flashers that are flashing codes. So that when you get there, you can't videotape, you can't stream it, you can't share it, you can't do anything. It's like, sorry, if you would like to take a picture of this, please send us $10. You know,
yeah,
it's going to be ridiculous.
Now I mentioned this earlier.
I saw the patent the other day.
Apple didn't. Sometimes they stream their keynotes, sometimes they don't. They didn't stream it, so a guy brought his iPhone or something. Anyway, he was streaming Ustream Mobile, and they could do that. They just say, "Hey, this is the Moscone Center. You can't stream here." That would be so funny, but like so bad at the same time. Like it's not even funny. Yeah.
Here it is. Boom.
Oh gosh, one Google search.
See?
Wait, you don't have it on there.
Oh, sorry. This is gonna suck. But
it's gone now.
I know. I cleared it.
Oh, okay.
So that I could do this.
Turn on 3D capability. That helps a lot.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Sorry. And then boom. I mean, boom. Boom. There it is. Okay, so let me like recrop this thing so it's a little bit better.
You think you're gonna recrop?
Oh my god.
Thing. Oh wait, don't do the crop. It doesn't work right now.
Okay, just kidding. So
you can maximize it and then like double click and maximize it or whatever.
Yeah, it's okay. They can see what we're going on here.
Yeah.
So basically, you have like this is the patent thing here.
Oh, so that's see, they're using something kind of like the Blue Man Group right there.
Yeah, this is basically it. See, like you have infrared sensors here.
Dang, that stinks.
And then they're going to be shooting out things like, "Hey, we don't want you to take our pictures," and then it will not allow you to record.
Now, Jody Mac.
Well, I think it actually has to successfully.
Oh.
Like they were like cover the IR sensor, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what would happen if that happened.
It's still weird though, like you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird that they're throwing that in there. They're like,
yeah. I guess that would require hardware though. Well, maybe not. I mean
all it is just the camera seeing an IR flash.
Oh, it wouldn't even
while it's taking the picture. You can see IR flashes on the camera.
That's bad.
And which is going to be really weird is that means that they're going to have probably two cameras or just an IR sensor. But
see, that's what I was thinking.
But but if it's on one camera, I don't think they'd be able to do it because they'd have to filter the IR out so that you don't see the IR going. Yeah.
You wouldn't have a picture.
Or they just like, do a certain filter thing on a certain algorithm that only shows you the image that's not being flashed.
Yeah.
So.
We
also kind of weird, but yeah.
I always make this joke, and it is partially true that we have seen Apple's like, oh, we didn't include these features, but now you have them, man. Android or somebody else already had them. Yeah, but anyway, another gripe I had is they fixed the notifications. They've now got a notification center.
Notification center
that oddly enough looks sort of like
Android slide down tray.
Yeah.
Copyright infringement, but Google won't do anything about it because they're cool like that.
We've got some other things, a lot. The cool thing is there's some they're gonna have new lock screens.
Locksmiths.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, there's I read on a blog. I think it was This Is My Next or somebody. I have like the Android tray too, but
Does it slide down from the top?
It does.
Oh. Apple, what have you done?
I haven't watched the keynote yet, and I didn't get to watch it, but Carlo, correct me if I'm wrong, it does slide down from the top. I read it on a text blog.
Well, it looks like it has like a little grabby thing at the bottom,
it does.
which means it would probably slide down from the top.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, ours slides down from the side.
That would look weird,
And
though.
it's very awkward to use, actually.
Okay, it does. Thank you, Maxist. So,
Maxist. Like they're obsessed of... I get it.
I get it. Funny chat room names. So, Jeff, I know we wanted to save... I mean, what does this make you feel? It kind of feels weird. Like, it feels... it's good updates, but it's like... I don't know. I mean, I wasn't expecting iPhone 5 or anything, but... Oh, that's cool.
Interesting. Wait, what happened?
What? Oh, I wasn't expecting iPhone 5, but... I don't know. It seemed like sort of an anticlimactic WWDC, but not exactly. Yeah, try that. Hit change screen region. Have fun with that. Oh gosh.
What's going on with this?
Yeah, that is exactly right, Maxist. They're essentially, I mean, a bunch of the different things that I've griped about, a lot of different people have griped about for so long. They're fixing it, and that's pretty cool for me. For a person that uses iOS on a daily basis with an iPad and some other things. Yeah. Like I said, Jody Maxey it was the most views that he's ever had.
Explorer.exe.
Yeah, it's running that. Yeah, there is a lot of buzz around it, but I'm not saying that, this is a bad thing, but I'm just saying, like, there wasn't a huge... I mean, iCloud is pretty cool, but it's like, I mean, come on. This is exactly what I expected from iCloud, I mean, I expected document syncing, I expected music syncing. It's always cool when there's not a rumored... When we see all the rumors, there's like 10 different rumors, but then Steve Jobs comes out and, like, one different thing. Whatever. Carlo, help me out with this one. There was one thing I thought was pretty funny. Like I said, I didn't catch the whole keynote, and I missed... Oh, no. I missed a lot of it. There was something... Or anybody in the chat room, sorry. Yeah, iTunes Match is pretty cool. No. There was something that was already built into iOS, and Steve Jobs was like on there, and he's like... And this has actually been built into iOS since the last update, and everybody's like, whoa, we didn't know that. What was that?
Oh my gosh.
Now, keep in mind, this is a developers conference, Jacob, so, I mean, I think... Oh,
they were like...
Yeah, the iWork, there you go. It was syncing with the cloud, that stuff. It was already... They just
it was
updated.
like basically like an Exchange server service, basically.
Yeah, but it was already... They implemented it in the last update. You know how people, like, snoop around and stuff? They're like, oh, let's see what Apple's up to. Kind of like this patent thing. I mean, somebody was looking at the patent.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure somebody just, like, sits there
Yeah, somebody's like,
What's Apple a patent today?
Yeah. Which that was kind of interesting. Most of them are interesting, but, I mean...
Look at the squiggly line. What does that squiggly line mean?
But it's kind of funny. Steve Jobs was like, and this has been it. And the whole developer crowd was like, oh. Yeah.
Oh. And then one guy's like,
Yeah, I've already implemented it in my programs.
Yeah.
That
would be funny.
He's like, cha-ching.
That would be funny. One of the things I didn't really expect is an API for iCloud and iWork and stuff. So developers will have access to the API, which is pretty interesting. They also introduced some deep Twitter integration from Google Maps. Google Maps, kind of funny. Anyway, there's different things that you can tweet. Like you can tweet your location inside of Google Maps, which is
you can tweet the grid to height ratio of your icons.
Woo!
I have a 4x5.
There's only one grid to height ratio.
Oh, right. I forgot this is Apple we're talking about, not Android.
But anyway.
Right. Which, by the way, you can go extremely high. I filmed that up the other day.
You can have like 2 icons on your home screen.
No, they get very mushed.
Oh, really?
It doesn't really shrink them.
Oh.
It just moves them closer together. And they're
you're talking about high. It's like,
hi, how's it going?
Don't forget to take the pictures. Oh, yes, thank you, Maxis. They introduced now hardware camera button. Sorry, we have to laugh in some way. I know, sorry. But yes, hardware camera button with one of the volume buttons. You can now take pictures with your camera. That's pretty cool. I like it when they do that kind of thing. Like they could just introduce the iPhone 5 in like the fall or whenever they decide to do that and just say, hey, we now have a hardware camera button. Yeah, but they could, and then not say, well, all you iPhone 4, 3GS, and 3G or whatever users, you don't have a camera button. Sorry.
Sorry, Charlie.
But you can actually, configure that in settings. I do credit Apple for that. I mean, overall, it wasn't like it was a pretty good. I like iCloud's pretty cool features. Yeah, Carlo is saying it'd take me a while to get used to it as well. With like an iPad 2 or something, but
iPad 2.
I like to repeat everything in an announcer voice that you say.
iPad 2.
GNC.
I watched that podcast. Anyway, I do like I've always griped because Android is just so easy on notifications. That's one of the, I mean, even if I know a lot of people say, Android is a little, if you don't have the right hardware, it can be laggy. It's because you have so much, like there's hundreds of Android devices. There's 10s, 20, 30 manufacturers, like big manufacturers that make Android devices. So that is an issue. You don't have 3 phones and 1 maker. That's one of the issues you have. But if you get a new Android device, I would have to say it rivals the iPhone 4 pretty well. Now, there's some features that iOS used to fall short and still may fall short. But anyway.
Well, see, I like the fact, this is what I like. This is my personal belief. Okay, I know Apple fans like the fact that Apple focuses on one phone and they can fine-tune that one phone and make it the best they think they can make it.
And that's fine with me.
That's fine. Okay.
Doesn't bother me.
I like the fact that Android side of it, you have all these different manufacturers, a lot more knowledge into one pot, not just one mind, kind of deal. You have all these different minds being put together into one, plus it's open. So then you have even more, like you have these developers, like on XDA developers, that guy was the one that there was a guy on there that was like, this is the dual screen thing. You can do this with just a single touch, it doesn't have to be multi-touch. You can do this without, a multi-touch screen.
And I think that's what you and I value most, or at least it's at the top of our charts in some respects, is the openness of Android, because I love rooting my phone. I love having different mods on my phone, and that does introduce issues. I mean, right now we're having issues totally different, but we're having issues with Linux Mint. But I love switching Linux OSs and reviewing them. That's just me. If you want to run the same,
Linux is very, very open. Yeah,
Android
is, you actually have developers. I'm not saying that people that are doing Linux don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, people that maybe do Android know more what they're doing.
Well, it is.
You have a more geared, like, they have hardware that they know that it's going to be put on. You're not making some random box that's not compatible, and you know what I'm saying?
And in some ways, the ecosystem is more simplistic in some ways, not in all ways, because you still have to deal with, like, broad, like, chipsets and everything from different manufacturers, but, like, you don't have to implement a full file system, even though you can access, you know what I mean? Like, there's I think what I'm trying to say is the base is there. The Android developers aren't making a new version of Android. They're taking what Google releases is saying, hey, this is 2.3, we'll put our own spin on it, we'll make it, whatever. Linux, you're building it from the ground up, but it's still the same in some respects. Linux is Android is the Linux of the phones, essentially. Kind of. Well, not really, because Mamo and things, but anyway. This does make me excited, being a really big Linux guy, is that, like, there's so many people, there's hundreds of thousands of people activating a phone that's based on Linux that they're going to have in their pockets per day. And I know a lot of people don't like that because Android, technically, it is Linux, but it's not really Linux because
it's Linux shell. I mean,
yeah. Anyway,
I'm just saying.
Enough of the WWDC talk. We will have all the links in our show notes for that. So if you want to read these rundowns, we didn't go through everything, but anyway, and I believe Apple has posted the video keynote. It was so long. It was like an hour or two. It was like an hour and a half or 2 hours long. I don't know. I just didn't have enough time in the day to watch it, but I may go back and watch it.
Was it more than 24 hours long, Nicholas?
It was actually 48 hours long.
Holy monkey farts. Oh,
2 hours, yeah.
Just kidding.
Now, Jet, let's jump on to some E3 news here.
Jump on it.
One of the first things is, This is pretty cool for me. Is Xbox Live is getting live TV, YouTube, and Bing voice search. Sweet. I like the YouTube. In some respects, I like Google TV. I like Roku. I want to get a Roku pretty bad just to test out like how.
Well, it makes sense that they should do this because, I mean, you're already there. You know, it's like a lot of people already have an Xbox hooked up to their like push an update and just make it like a Google TV kind of thing.
That's what I want. Like Xbox,
you know?
In my opinion,
which you're not going to because it's Microsoft. But you know what I mean. It's like.
I mean, Xbox is kind of like the set-top box for everyone. Like, everybody has, like, a lot. There's not, like, Google TV, most of it's going to be, like, developers and geeks and things who have them. Even in Roku, I mean,
does anybody even do anything for the Wii anymore? At all?
New Wii coming tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. You were pretty big into, like, the side-loading
Yeah, but then it got difficult, and they were making it retarded, and I was like, come on, guys, just give in. Just let us do it. It's the same thing with Xbox. Xbox right now to root or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't
it require hardware?
It requires you soldering wires onto the motherboard. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, that's really scary.
I can solder, but I'm not going to because nope.
So, Carlo is saying something. A lot of geeks as well. They all live in one room.
Exactly.
Like, all my stuff is in one room. You can see it right
my
now.
Xbox is like in another room that I don't even go. I mean, it's in my living room, but I don't even go in there. Like past the wall, then I'm like right there. I'm like, I feel more comfortable at my desk than on a couch with a wireless keyboard. I'm like,
and I think we are an exception to the rule. Most people have a little office that they stay in, and they may have laptops. But I mean, I still think it's awesome. No matter, I mean, I just want it. I may never use it, but it's still cool. But Carlos.
Yes, and I have seen Carlos' Man Cave tour vid.
Man Cave is awesome.
It kind of like I blinked for a second, and I was like, it went from like bed to like, and I was like, how many sides of this room does he like? Yeah. It felt like you were like you had like some secret like thing. You like turned around and the room changed as you turned. I was like, how is this happening?
Yeah.
It's just very well organized.
So this is from Mashable. Microsoft has unveiled a redesigned version of Xbox Live, one that includes voice commands. Pretty cool with the Kinect. I like voice commands. Yeah. You can be like, Xbox on. Oh, wait. No.
Xbox, do stuff.
Yeah. YouTube integration and live television, which I think is awesome. I'm going to do a YouTube video later this week of ESPN3. Now, I know you're not a sports fan, but as long as you have a partnered ISP, which is like any around here, you can use AT&T Charter. Comcast does it, like a bunch of people, and it's free.
Wait, what?
It's ESPN. It's what you could watch on ESPN, all the ESPN channels on cable, plus things that they can't air on ESPN because they don't have enough channels. They do it online for free. All you have to do is be
for free.
Yeah, like I could cut out my DirecTV dish, whatever, right now, and have every single, well, not every single, but like almost every single ESPN game unless it's blacked out on my Xbox. They have Xbox support via Xbox Live, and desktop support is Flash, so it works with essentially any OS.
Sweet.
It's pretty awesome. New Tech TriCaster powered. Is it really? I didn't know that. Anyhow. But yeah, web TV, that's pretty cool. Live TV. That's awesome. So, I am an Xbox. The only thing, I've been playing so much MLB 2K, or not 2K, 2011 right now. It's only on PS3, and I can't, it could be. I don't know, though, but they do, sorry. They do have their own TV trucks, but that is I know the NBA D-League uses New Tech. Anyhow.
Anywho.
Pretty cool things coming out from Xbox. We got some other things here. So now a bunch of people, this is from the Next Web, which is a great blog for, anything tech. A lot of hardcore gamers are so mad about the last two E3s because they've been Kinect focused, and a lot of people that are hardcore gamers don't really like the Kinect. Kinect's pretty cool, but I have to say I haven't used mine in about 3 months. I mean, I use it to do the voice search every once in a while. Like, I have it accessing computers on the network, so it streams music, which I would say is pretty awesome. But, I mean, I don't know. Anyway. They did update. There was a couple games that EA released a bunch of their. Well, they have plans to release a bunch of games that are Kinect enabled, which they haven't been on the Kinect bandwagon yet. So that's pretty cool. A bunch of other things. I'm really excited for. But anyway, this is great. Look at this Reddit. I mean, Reddit's hardcore gamers, hardcore geeks.
You know what?
Stuff.
I'm on Reddit 24/7.
Yeah.
Dude, for real. Like this long weekend. Oh, sorry. This long weekend, I was all up in that junk.
Yeah, Reddit's pretty awesome. But anyway, a lot of people, hardcore gamers on Reddit, and they were pretty, let's just say, pretty mad about this. And we'll include this. You can actually read their comments and stuff. But anyway, pretty interesting there. Bing. Oh, that was cool.
No. It's very delayed for some reason.
Yeah, probably because I think that computer runs better if it runs all the time.
Gosh. Dude, we got to upgrade you. I'm sorry. Oh, I can run this on a Pentium. What? What are you doing? We're streaming everything on a Pentium. Why?
Because
that's what blah 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 does.
And then finally, this is pretty cool. Joe, you remember back in the days, this isn't too long ago, but the PS1, the PS2, you had to have those like weird proprietary little save cards that were like 128 megabytes. Now you can do game saves in the cloud, which is pretty cool. And they have these new beacons that tell your friends what you want to play, which is like a notification system. So that's pretty cool. I've always been a big fan of Xbox Live. It just trumps the PSN. Like, I mean, I know the PSN is free in some ways, but wow. I mean, I just love Xbox Live.
I mean,
it's just amazing.
Oh my gosh!
Come on.
Oh my gosh!
So I mean, notable updates, and this is the first day of E3 tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow that we're gonna see a new Wii. Nintendo's already confirmed it.
Wii.
I haven't seen anything about that.
A Wii, not too far from here.
You think that the Wii is like? I mean, do you think everybody's just forgot about it?
No, I think everybody still has like Wiis and stuff, and all that junk.
Yeah.
So,
Sweet. But yeah, I thought this was gonna. How long has this show been? 41 minutes. We're good. Never mind. It was an interesting episode. I think you guys probably want to read into WWDC more. Like I said, I'd encourage you if you missed the. Well, most of us missed like the whole keynote because it wasn't streamed online. But no, you don't. You can. You can't. You can. Do,
why am I typing that on the hard drive as well?
Yeah, on the hard drive.
I was like on the hard drive. Oh wait.
Yeah, I don't know if you can save demos. I didn't read anything about this. It's just they're saying it's just a memory unit. They don't have anything about
memory unit 15735.
Anyway, I think Joystick is going to have a full rundown of it, so we'll probably talk about that in a later.
It will be interesting. They need to make a streaming game service,
like online.
Like, well, I mean, I guess the internet has to come very far.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking? Remember how we were doing that discussion the other day about, well, when the internet gets faster, then, well, you're not really going to notice it because stuff's just going to, like, get higher quality and all that. But you know what I thought about?
What?
Pretty soon, someone's going to come out with the amazing codec that keeps ultra HD quality, but, like, uses absolutely no information whatsoever.
I wish.
And I think that's what it's going to come down to. So it's going to become substantially faster, I think, probably pretty soon. I'm just saying. That's just my my foresight.
I would hope so, but I mean, that was just going
compression.
Off. Oh, okay.
That's what it's going to be all about. Compression.
Compression.
Uber compression that is very fastly opened and closed.
I think we are on the verge of so many people live streaming now that we're going to have, like, besides just flash encoding and things, we're going to have better encoding for.
Well, see, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, we're getting more and more and more cores, okay? Yeah. You can, if you do it the right way, like on my quad core, when I unzip, like, say for example, like I download something and it's like up in like a bunch of different RAR files, which is just, separated up into different little chunks. When I extract those into one file, it happens almost instantly. Yeah. Because it doesn't require, it's using all the cores. WinRAR is using all the cores to bring that file together. So it's like, you know, Jode Max 123 is obsessed about a toaster card.
Toasters.
Toaster card.
That reminds me,
I need a toaster strudel.
Anyway,
No, I'm
guys.
just kidding, guys. I don't
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Gadget Gears once again. There's some fig Newtons that have been... I'm not sure if I'd eat those or not.
Dude, I still got some that are closed. They're,
Oh, I know,
I can. Oh wait, ooh. No, I'm just kidding. I do need to eat those quick because I got a big old box of them at the house.
Yeah. It's been a fun show. I really regret that we missed all of our shows last week, but we will be back this week.
You know what? That's the past, and it's behind us.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, guys, you can follow Jacob on Twitter.
Oh my God.
I was trying to lead you in.
Well, you were like not even like helping.
Guys,
There
you
it
can
is.
follow Jacob on Twitter, twitter.com/freakinghuge, FreakingHuge, and you can check out his blog, Jacob Roberts.
Why is
Why is it not up there?
Fab Lab the only one that we have that on? I thought I did that to every single one of them like
I don't
15
know.
times.
And you can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/thatnickjones. I was gonna spell mine out.
THATNICKJONES.
And check out my blog, nickjones.me. Make sure to subscribe to us in all the various places. I'm making sure we're going to have working video feeds in iTunes by the end of this week. That is my goal.
Sweet. Yeah, because wait, when are you starting that job? Is if his parents don't remember, it will be okay.
I might not have a job. Shh.
Like,
Nicholas, weren't you supposed to start at Best Buy last week? No, they said I didn't have to come in.
Yeah.
I never actually went over there and actually got the job. I'm just saying.
I actually never get a paycheck. I go to work every day.
yeah.
Yeah, Mom, bye. I
Hey,
just go
can I
to the
get
bottom
some
of the
allowance?
hill.
No,
and
you
like,
don't need allowance anymore. You got a job.
I just
You
go
gotta
to
start paying for this car.
I just go to the bottom of the hill and turn around and
It'd be like like SpongeBob when he comes back with all these donuts in his. I don't know why.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this episode. Make sure to subscribe everywhere. YouTube, just type in pbcasttv on Google. Hit I'm feeling lucky. You'll come to something that I've never done that before. Actually, try that real quick.
I don't like I'm feeling lucky.
Try that real quick. See what happens.
Oh, I'm moving the wrong mouse.
I know we got to
pbcast TV.
I'm feeling lucky.
TV.
I'm feeling lucky.
I'm feeling lucky.
Just parking. Oh yeah, there you go.
And I
That's our
swear,
website.
if you go on there and do some Google stuff.
Also, great way to keep up with all of our shows that we do. Subscribe to our Google Calendar, which works with iCal and many other calendar programs. Great way to keep up with us.
Shout out goes to Brett Buford. Hey man, what's up? Yeah, what's up? Oh, just kidding. There's a guy at my work and I made him watch my show.
Okay. Hi, Brett. No,
He said he has suggestions for our show.
okay. Bring
I
them
said,
on.
send them in. Send them in.
Yeah.
Send them to anything at pbcasttv.com
Yeah.
because that's the way we roll around here.
Yep.
Anything you want.
Even anything at PBcast
Yeah.
TV.
You could put this whole entire sentence at pbcasttv.com.
Yeah.
Because that's the way we roll here at pbcasttv.com.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. As always, until next time, I'm Nick Jones,
Well, I'm Jacob Roberts.
and this is Gadget Gurus.
See you later, guys. Oh my God, where is it at? Play it.